pray for Jannah, 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 Jannah. I pray for Jannah, Jannah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the daily life of a Muslimah, the only place we talk about bettering ourselves. I'm your host, Amina Ismail. Welcome. We all want to change things in our lives, or we all want to gain things in our life. And all of that can happen if we learn the power of habit. And today's topic is the power of habit. I don't know if you heard of the power of habits, but today I'm here to enlighten you about the power of habits. There are things in life we want to change, and there are things in life we also need to gain. And all this is going to happen if you put the effort about your habits, if you take your time to create a certain habits. Habits are things that we do in our daily lives. Habits are decisions we make. Habits are basically the things we do every now and then. That takes building of habits. Those are our habits. And it takes 21 days to build a good habit, a solid habit. And when you're going to build a habit, you really need to be consistent. You need to be patient. It doesn't just come out of the blue. We are not perfect when starting, but if you take your time and if you create that mindset that you really want to know something, or you really need to get rid of something, you really have to put in the effort. As I've said, it takes 21 days to build a positive habit. Maybe let's say there's a habit you want to build. Let's say your habit is going to be praying Fajr Salah on time. Maybe the habit you want to get rid of is smoking. Or maybe the habit you want to build is speaking nicely, or being kind to people. Something maybe let's say you want to cultivate the culture of reading. You want to stop drinking alcohol, or you want to better your manners. All these things are examples of habit. I don't know the habits you're building, but these are such examples of habits. You might be wanting, to be hafid. That is a habit you want to gain. You want to be, start exercising. That is a positive habit that you really need to implement in your life. Eating healthy, that is a habit you want to create or build. All these habits you're trying to build and the habits you're trying to get rid of take 21 days. And as I told you, it takes time, it takes patience, it takes consistency to build positive habits. We live in an age whereby we all, that one thing you hate about yourself, and there's that one thing you wish you'll be like, I wish I was, I had that kind of a habit. I wish I was a reader. I wish, I could have hit the gym. That those things you wish, maybe you see someone, doing it, or maybe you admire yourself, to be in that position. Or maybe let's say you want to build a habit of, running a successful business. Or maybe you want to build a habit whereby all you want to do, is just, being a kind human. All those things combined together are called habits. And, as people say, fake it till make it, but here we're not faking it, here we are faithing it. Faith it till you make it. And inshallah, bi'idhnillah, you're going to do it as long as you are ready, as long as you're consistent, and as long as you actually, take the time. You take the time to build the habit you want. There is a routine, or maybe there is a formula we follow when, talking about the power of habit. We have a formula, we have the 3R rule, whereby there is the reminder, there is a routine, and there is a reward. That is the 3R rule. Reminder, these are the things that trigger you. Maybe let's say you want to start praying Fajr on time. What triggers you? Because you have seen, praying Fajr is part, being a successful person. If you want to know who you are, check on the time you pray on Fajr. That is the trigger you have. Or maybe you want to quit alcohol. What triggers you? Because you want to better your health. You want maybe to be free. Or maybe let's say you want to build a culture of reading. What triggers that? What reminds you of that? The reminder that you get is because reading comes with knowledge. And the benefits of knowledge. That is something that triggers. That is the reminder. Let's go to routine. Routine are things, the actions we take. Let's say you want to pray on time. You want to pray Fajr on time. What is the action you're going to do? Sleeping early. Maybe let's say you sleep at 9 or 10. That is sleeping early. You make sure, you prepare your mind. You set your mind that tomorrow at 5, I'm going to be, awake. I'm going to be awake for praying Salatul Fajr. Something else you do to prepare for praying Fajr in the morning is you set an alarm. You set a 10 minutes prior alarm. Let's say Fajr it's 5:20 or 5:30. You make sure you wake up at 5 for preparation. You take ghusl. You read a bit of Quran. Or maybe you wake up at 4:30 to prepare yourself, maybe to pray Qiyamul Layl. That is a routine. That is the action you are taking. And this is the important part of creating habits. There's a certain way you have to do things in order for you that it can become easy for you, in order that you can adapt. That is a routine. The third thing is the reward. Yes, you have, you have a reminder, you have a routine, then there's the reward. You have, there's something that triggered you, you have taken the action, then you are at the end part. You are, at the edge of that thing. Let's say praying, Salatul Subh. You think of the benefits you're going to get. The benefit is, like you have accomplished your purpose in life. Or maybe let's say, Allah will be happy with you. Maybe let's say you're quitting alcohol or any drugs. The reward is that your health is going to better yourself. Your health is going to be better. You yourself, you're going to be better. Let's say you want to achieve the culture of reading. The reward is going to be, you're going to be, a knowledgeable person. You're going to be wise. That is the reward of, what you're going to get. The benefits you're going to get at the end of the age. This is called the reward. Maybe another example, if I can give, is let's say you live a healthy lifestyle. You work out. You wake up in the morning. You do all that is necessary to have a healthy lifestyle. And at the end of the day, what you're going to reward yourself is maybe you're going to be healthy. You're going to be happy. Your mental health actually becomes better. Or maybe let's say you do something, then you reward yourself. You benefit yourself. Maybe let's say you passed your exam because you have worked hard, you did all you can. When you passed your exam, you reward yourself. You go out, you do something that you are happy with, something that you like, you give a charity, you do things that benefit you, things that give you the energy you need again, things that can entice you. We are humans. At the end of the day, if we do something, we want something in return. So the reward is what we are going to benefit at the end of the day. I have worked hard, I tried my best, things are going well. But when when I'm done, I need to gain something. And that is the reward. That is the 3R rule of the power of habits. The reminder, the routine, and the reward. Reminder, what triggers you, what triggers the habit you want to create, or what triggers the habit you want to get rid of. Routine, the actions you're going to take. What are the actions you're going to take? Once you know that, it will be easy for you to reach your goal. It will be easy for you to achieve or to build the habit you're desiring. A reward, at the end of the day, you have worked hard, you've tried your best, you put all the necessary measures, and you're going to reward yourself. You're going to benefit at the end of the day. And who doesn't benefit these? You don't have to be perfect building habits. what build actually habits are our daily activities in life. And as I told you earlier, you need to be persistent, you need to be patient, and you need to be consistent in building habits. Faith it till you make it. It takes 21 days to build a positive habit. And I believe you're going to manage that. Let's take a short commercial break. And there is more in store for you. Don't go anywhere. Assalamu alaikum.
Val Real Estate is a developer marketing and sales consulting company with over 10 years international experience in different real estate markets such as Egypt, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and Kenya. Val Real Estate will help you bridge the gap between you and your dream home. Live and invest with Val Real Estate.
Assalamu alaikum, welcome back. Earlier, before we took the break, we were talking about the 3R rule of the power of habits. We talked about reminder, routine, and reward. If you're not there, join us. Thank you for coming back again. Let's talk about how to build habits. We have identified or we have known how habits are built. Now, how can you build powerful habits? How to build habits, make it easy for yourself. When you are building habit or when this is your first time starting, make it easy for yourself. Don't harden things on yourself. Otherwise, you will get bored. You won't have that enthusiasm to do it. So make things easy for yourself. Another thing, start small. When we're trying to build something, we normally have to start from the foundation. We have to start from the small thing till we build up. You're just a starter. Start with the small things. Just, take baby steps. And you're going to manage it, when time comes, you'll be okay. Another thing, get accountable. When you have started building a habit, make sure you're accountable. Make sure you don't miss, your routine. Get accountable. At the end of the day, this is for you. You are doing it for yourself. You know why you are doing it. So you have to get accountable. Always remember why you started. Why have you started? Maybe let's say praying Fajr on time. Why have you started? Because this is a responsibility you have. Maybe let's say you want to achieve Jannah. This is your why. Always at the back of your mind have the why. The why must be so big that anytime you want to back off, anytime you are tired, it really holds you on place. You always have to remember why you started eating healthy, why you started reading the Quran, why you started praying on time. You really have to know your why. Something else, is use the 5-second rule. The 5-second rule is a rule whereby if you want to do something, you really have to do it in the first 5 seconds. We are humans. We have this tendency of, postponing. Let's say praying Fajr as an example. You have your alarm rang, it's 5. You really need to wake up at that moment. We're human, you're just going to snooze just 5 minutes. You snooze, another 5 minutes you snooze, another 5 minutes you snooze. It will reach a time whereby it's 7 and you'll be like, what? I have wasted my time. I haven't prayed Fajr. You get disappointed. So here is where the 5-second rule comes in. Anytime you want to do something, you have remembered there's something you want to do, act on it as soon as possible. Otherwise, you'll get distracted, you will forget, you will get lazy. So it's very important to use the 5-second rule. Apply that rule. Don't give up. Don't give up. Try again no matter your failure. We are human. If we fail the first day, or maybe let's say I'm trying to build a habit of eating healthy. The first day, the second day, the third day, then I'm here. I'm just, I'm finding myself eating junk, because my environment, everybody is eating unhealthy. So I fail again. Then I'll be like, there is no use for me to do that. Or maybe I'm just tired of this thing. Don't give up. Everything in life takes time, and if you really need to perfect your habits, if you want to be successful in your area, You really need to try. We said it, faith it till you make it. So don't give up. We are not perfect. You are a starter. You are learning. So make sure you perfect it. You do your best. Anytime you fall, get up. Anytime you fall, get up. No matter how many times it takes. And the best person, or the successful person, is the person who failed 1,000 times and on the next time, they rose up. So be that person who always rises up no matter the failures. Something else, manifest and see yourself doing that. There's something called manifestation. Manifestation is whereby you see yourself doing that thing. You picture yourself in that area. You picture yourself eating healthy. You picture yourself, you have good manners. You picture yourself, you have the culture of reading. You picture yourself an early riser. You picture yourself, in what you want to do. Manifest it. Make sure you change your mindset about it, and you're ready on the go. You are ready for it. You want to smash that goal. You want to do it. So manifest it. Stay consistent before adding another habit. Maybe let's say the show is all about bettering yourself, and bettering yourself, it's all about your spiritual being on point, your physical health being on point, everything being on point. Let's say you want to change. We're just regular human beings. You started praying your salah on time. Make sure you be consistent on that. You make sure every salah you pray on time. Before you add the other habits of praying the sunnahs, you perfected, praying on time. The second move you're going to take is, praying the sunnah. Something else you're going to add is, reading the Quran every morning. Another thing you're going to add is, knowing the translation of the Quran. Or maybe you want to eat healthy. Take one habit at a time. When you have perfected that habit, add the other one. Add the other one, and that's how you're going to grow up. As time goes by, you're going to build the ladder, and within no time, I'm telling you, you'll be the pro of your habits. You will have the power to manage your habits. You'll be proud of yourself at the end of the day. As the journey of the power of habit goes by, we have learned how to build our habits. But as a starter, when we are starting, there are mistakes we make. We are human beings. And one of the mistakes we make is, starting with the hardest one. An example of starting with the hardest one. Let's say you want to start, reading. You'll start with the hardest book. Or maybe you'll start with the book that has 500 pages. When you have, a book that has 300 or 100 pages. Don't start with the hardest one. This is the mistake most of us make, and this is where we fail, and this is where we start giving up. If you really want to enjoy the journey of building the habit, is start with the easiest. Don't go with the hardest. Another mistake we make is starting all habits at once. You want to eat healthy, you want to pray on time, you want to do hifdh, you want to do so much at once, and just imagine you're just one person. You won't be able to do all these. Let's be frank with ourselves. You won't be able to do all these. So you can't do everything at once. So you really have to, have a systematic way. You have to take one step at a time. These are the mistakes we make. So don't make that mistake of starting all the habit at once. Believe you me, you're not going to manage it. Something else, another mistake we make is assuming the journey will be smooth, and this is where we go wrong. The journey is never smooth. The journey is never smooth of building habits. Always expect distractions, expect things are not going to be okay. There are days whereby things won't fall into places. An example, there was someone who is trying to eat healthy. There are days you will find your fridge is empty. There are days you will find you don't have a penny to buy that healthy food. Maybe let's say there are days, maybe let's say you want to, you said you're building the habit of praying salah on time. There's going to be this day whereby you know that day maybe you forget to wake up, or maybe something happens, or maybe you fall sick, a'udhu billah, God forbid. The journey will never be easy. So you really have to understand this and digest it. The journey is not going to be smooth. When you understand this, you are going to be well prepared with anything that comes on your way. Giving up after one fail. We are humans, we all want, success at the first go. We want to achieve things very fast. And when you fail the first time, you give up. This should not be happening. We fear the consequences. Maybe let's say waking up in the morning, it has its own consequences. Leaving your cozy bed, the outside it's very cold, and all of these. We fear the consequences. Those are the mistakes we make. So make sure you don't make the mistakes. If you're starting up, start small, build slowly, use the 3R rule, the routine, reward, and the reminder. And inshallah, bi'idhnillah, you're going to make it. And we said, faith it till you make it. Don't give up. You're going to manage. At the end of the day, you're going to be good at what you do if you practice it, if you do it daily, and build the habit. You're capable of doing that, and I believe in you. We are out of time. Inshallah, till next time, we'll come back next episode. I hope you benefited, and we love to hear from you. You'll find our socials on the TV, on the screen. So text us, leave a comment for us, let's know what you think. Till next time, bye bye, assalamu alaikum.